snake pit, as we'll see the #9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Iowa's offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Dropping back, it's McNamara. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
He makes the catch. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Trying to get the edge on the toss. On the move is the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking for an open area to his left.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Gill. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. The Hawkeyes will hustle to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays. Run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun.
Fires and picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his man. It's Johnson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Lachey.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He's going to have to throw for it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Not a chance. Missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Completes it in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Using his legs, it's Durham. Oh, better look out! And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. LSU quick to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Hand off from the shotgun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. It's the end of the 1st quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engaged, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the 2nd quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Got a man. It's Gill. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Gill. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. And the Hawkeyes have this offense rolling. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back.
I see zone, and I see my guy curl up real quick. I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Coming after it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we can name, like Spears, that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past, that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They keep attacking through the air. He finds his man. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Iowa has the ball back on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
On the run, still looking. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He spins that thing down the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. The 40. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, LSU! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some.
He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. Here's the punt, and he's done better. Not much on that one. Great news for the offense as they'll get the ball with tremendous field position inside the 40-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And, guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. The short hands, it's Gill.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. Oh, he dropped it! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense. You've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some...
Touchdown, Hawkeye! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. It's complete to the left. Look out, he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This will likely be the last play of the half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Iowa City. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far, and you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
First down here for the offense. From the gun. Snagged in the middle. It's Gill. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Tackled, but he has a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
He'll just keep slinging it. Dances away to buy time. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Going up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Gill.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Smashes through.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive, and to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. Tough yards, if need be.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Daniels. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. He just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Got a man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. All wideouts, no backs. Finds his man down the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Finds his target down the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes his connection. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it's incomplete. A missed opportunity for the offense.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll give it to the back. The ball is out behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Quickly out to the tight end. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Daniels. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The handoff to Johnson. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lachey. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Got his man down the middle. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. The Tigers want to move quickly.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Gonna run it. It's Durham. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. DB's right up on the receivers. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quick strike complete.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, they're going to win this game.
Splits the uprights. It's good. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Caught. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Hawkeyes in the hurry-up. On 4th down, trying to find his man. The completion well past the sticks. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to throw it again. Steps away. He'll fire to his right. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Iowa!
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's going up top. He's got it down the right side. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tigers. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's right on target. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On 4th down, looking to pass. Snags it over the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The aerial assault continues. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Gets rid of it. The freshman trying to take a shot, but put just a little too much on it.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Line gets set, 1st down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time forcing the incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And he breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengal.
Man, great job by this offense, but the work is not done. You knew what you needed when you started this drive. Late in this ball game, time's running out. It's not on your side. I got to find my play, my best two-point conversion to go tie this puppy up.
He's got it. The two is good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills.
He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He's looking to throw it. It's complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, looking again to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He'll pull it down. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Makes the grab over the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He has been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
Touchdown, Hawkeyes! They strike first in overtime.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. He's got the back in the middle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The Tigers get enough to move the chains. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Pressure coming. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Going for 6. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. And, man, just a soul.
Ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.